Welcome to the New Normal Podcast, 2020 edition, where information and conversation leads to revelation. I am your host, Kevin D. Bradley. Transparency, Part 3. I'm enjoying being transparent. Because even in being transparent, there is information that I still can withhold without telling all my business, but giving help, insight, and direction to those who need. Because sometimes it's not necessary. If you going into detail and folks have more questions than direction, that ain't always a good thing. But, as you give your testimony or your perspective on what you've been through, what you have been going through, I believe it is needed when you're dealing with people to be as transparent as possible. So I left off in episode 2. Just a quick recap of transparency and me taking a break from podcasting and healing both naturally and spiritually. Plus, I have some physical challenges that by the grace of God, things by the grace of God, I just thank God for by the grace of God, things are getting better. Things will be better. I speak it into existence, and I'm just documenting my journey. But I believe the Lord put this on my heart to share about transparency, especially within relationships, whether that's mother and father, father and son, brother or sister, husband and wife, grandparent, grandchild, or cheering. cheering. I'm just blessed to have this platform. I'm blessed to be able to podcast. I'm blessed and thankful to be able to release and share what's on my spirit and what's in my heart. So let us move forward. Let us move forward. So in the 2 previous episodes, I mentioned the birthday fiasco with my pops, where he went up under this popular social media platform that we both are a part of. And someone I connected to, he went under and said happy birthday to them, wished them, gave them all the feels and the balloons and the hearts and stuff, and completely missed my birthday. And I talked about how that made me feel and how it was rooted. I go back real quickly to when I first became a father to my firstborn daughter. I lost my wallet. So when you lose your wallet, you have you have a lot of important things in there: license, social security card, credit cards, debit cards, birth certificate, all that stuff. So I had to go and get all that stuff back, and I just had my firstborn daughter, and when I went and because I had signed, it was fresh on my mind. I had signed the birth certificate because, of course, being married, you know, having a child, you both signed the birth certificate. And, you know, signing that birth certificate states that you are the father. Or, as they said on Life, I'm the pappy. But what I found out was when um, I went and picked up the birth certificate, Social Security card, and stuff, and I looked on the birth certificate. They only had my mother's signature, and the father's signature was empty, blank, Venito. And man, that did something to me deep inside that it just really, oh man, it hit me hard. It hit me hard because you would think, and this is no this to my father, my biological father. Um, it hurts me. It had hurt so bad because I just went through this declaration of celebrating my firstborn child, and just really fighting these generational curses by being there. One, being married. Two, being there to sign the birth certificate, which for me was a declaration that I'm going to be here in your life no matter what. I'm going to be better than what my experience was. And that was me taking on that generational curse, because not only am on my father's side, I'm the oldest out of 15 15 kids. Yeah. um I'm also on my mother's side, I'm the oldest out of two. I have two sisters on my mother's side and a plethora of brothers and sisters, me being the oldest on both sides. Um Me being the oldest on both sides. So, I was really gung ho about being the example, um, being a father, being a husband, uh, taking care of my responsibilities. Nothing has changed. But it hit me and it hurt me so bad. And I told my wife about it. And, wasn't really too much she could say because, that's not her experience. But she could see how it affected me tremendously as far as belonging, having family, and belonging. Belonging is so important because if you don't belong, it's hard for you to trace back or connect with things that can either uplift you, things that can warn you, as my health challenges over the last few years just seemed like it came out the blue because of no information, because of the lack of communication and involvement with both parents, it's hard to trace down where, okay, who had these issues, because they didn't start with me. Someone had them, and being prepared and being aware and knowing that, hey, this runs on our side of the family, or this runs on this side of the family, could have prepared me even more, even if at least I would have had the decision to choose. But you know it's just things that you deal with when health is involved. You have to know where it stems from. Where's the root? Where's the root? So uh, I talked about the birthday fiasco and how that made me feel and why it made me feel, which I mentioned previously. Also, my birth mother would request to never contact her again, and I wasn't hurt by it. I was I was really like I was taken aback. You know what? Scratch that. I was hurt by that. Um, I was super hurt by it. Honestly, I didn't let it shake me. That's why I began to start that way. But I was hurt. It hit hard in my heart. But man, folks, wh- one thing that I've learned about folks and the way I've grown up is to be able to look from the outside of myself. Um, I, for the lack of terminology, lack of a better term, I peep game early, and I've been able to see that as far as the dynamic within. Because I grew up on my mom's side, didn't know my dad's side, still don't. Other than some of the brothers and sisters I met, and tried to establish a relationship with through meeting them from early on. Yeah, a lot of them, most all of them are grown. Um, it's about three. It's a few. Probably about five I haven't met yet. So you know, that's a whole nother story. And I have a I have a little brother. He about two. Yeah, that's crazy. But hey, pops up. But hey, let's keep going. Let's get into it. Yeah, my birth mother, her request to never contact her again, and that's what she wanted, and that's what it's been, you know. And here's the thing, hurt people, you know, hurt people, and when people are hurt, when people have lied or not being full transparency. And in my next episode, I'm gonna talk about transparency versus being translucent. Um, so look out for that. But right now, uh, when people are hurt, man, hurt people. And what I found out in my experience and in my watching, observing, discerning, is that some people would hold on to hurt and to whatever force that will justify them thinking a certain way towards an individual or a person or a people instead of having a conversation. Instead of being mature, coming out of offense, or being able to say that you've been hurt, they hold that in, they keep it, it hardens, and it turns into mass inside their heart and inside their body. And it's facts. The Bible says hope deferred maketh the heart sick. And it's true, man. Once someone who you have put your faith confidence in has disappointed you, has let you down, has not been favorable towards you, kind towards you, especially when they have made commitments to, or as a parent, it's their position to nurture you, to care for you, to love you, to equip you, to give you insight. Some people are not prepared. Some people, once the traumatic experience has happened, are not able and sometimes willing to bounce back into a healthier place, but take on the mindset of the negativity and inhales it, keeps that negative spirit and wind and experience in, and they go about their relationships jaded, hurt, and harmful. We call it toxicity or toxic behavior, or toxic relationships. But it's nasty. And we have a lot of that in our families, a lot of that in our relationships, that you have adult kids that cannot move forward in their growth, in their development as a human, because of the parent won't have a conversation concerning, hey, A, B, C, and D. It's all facts. You can look at it today. All you have to do is scroll down social media, depending on which one you are a part of, and you can see there are generations of parents, generation of young adults, generations of baby boomers, grandparents who are struggling, who are inequipped to have proper dialogue and heal the folks who need it the most. And consequently, your legacy is going to be affected because the cowardice behavior and the pridefulness of being unwilling. This is why forgiveness is so important. This is why I don't wait. I've already forgiven. I've forgiven my mother. Facts. I've forgiven my pops. Facts. Now there's some I still have issues that as I continue to heal, because the process is processing. Can you dig it? The process is processing. But man, this is good. But my time has drawn near. Follow me on all social platforms. Follow me. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Follow the New Normal Podcast 2020 edition on all social media platforms. It's been real. Transparency Part 3. This is the New Normal Podcast 2020 edition, where information and conversation leads to revelation. Peace.